Welcome back. As you can probably tell, we're still working through some skin cancer issues, but things are going very well. So I hope you can look beyond some of the skin stuff that you might see. But thank you for your thoughts and prayers. We are headed in the right direction and everything is great. Today I want to talk to you about some gifts that are essential that you give yourself in your recovery work timeline. Yes, there are several gifts that you can give your spouse, and we'll talk about them at another time. Today, I really want to hone in on some gifts that you can give yourself to make your repair work easier, to make your recovery timeline not be hurried, but move faster. It's never about hurrying recovery work, but it is about working efficiently. It is about minimizing collateral damage. It is about not making some of the same mistakes or any of the same mistakes that I made, that Samantha made as we were launching out into the restoration process. So today, I want to just talk to you very practically, but yet really help you understand that if you can give yourself these things, whether you're unfaithful or whether you're betrayed, I promise you it will make your own recovery process easier. The first thing I want to say is that your story is unfolding, and you can't give up on your own story. It's been 15 some odd years for Samantha and I. Our story is still unfolding. Our story as a family, our story as a marriage, our story as a marriage that was completely impacted and turned upside down and shredded because of my infidelity. But our story continues to unfold. We'll be speaking at the Hope Rising Conference in October, and I sure hope that you're going to come. But I just want to let you know that your story is unfolding and you can't give up on your story. It's so easy early on to not understand that this is going to become a story. And I know the pessimism and the cynicism early on says, yeah, it's a story, all right. It's a story of crap and horrible failure and sexual failure and agony, and I get it. But I'll tell you, as someone who's come through it, your story is going to mean so much to you. Your story may actually create the opportunity for you to help hundreds, thousands of people heal. So it's important that you understand you're not going through your story to just go through it. It's not a waste. It's your story. One of the best gifts as we start off is perseverance. Perseverance is a gift that we give ourselves. We give our children. We give our spouse. We give our future. And perseverance is going to be absolutely essential in your repair work. If you can't persevere, you'll give up time and time again. You'll be like some people who I talk to who say, well, we tried it, we started counseling, we started to do some work, and then we just gave up, and here we are again with relapse and another affair, another acting out, all because either one or both spouses refused to persevere through the difficult times. You see, if you can't persevere, you just won't make it. And you may not be someone who is a persevering type person. Well, welcome to a situation that's going to teach you perseverance. If there was ever a time that you would want to persevere, it would be now. If there was ever a time that your children, if you have them, were counting on you. If there was ever a time that your future was looking at you, hoping that you would persevere, it would be now. I know the darkness. I know the temptation to quit. I know the temptation to just give up, throw your hands up, and either go have another affair, or go entertain that addiction, or maybe have a revenge affair, or go on a big bender with alcohol and drugs and just rage. I understand that temptation, and I want to tell you there's nothing there for you. There's nothing new there for you. This is a time to persevere. There is so much riding on your perseverance. Another gift that you can give yourself is patience. I so understand how you want to hurry up. I know you want to get where you want to be. I know that you would hope that your spouse would hurry up, get on with it, move on, whether it's unfaithful or betrayed. But patience is one of the best gifts that you can give yourself. You have to learn to be patient with your own shortcomings. You didn't learn this dysfunction. You didn't wrap yourself up in this addiction. You didn't just overnight decide to go out and probably have an affair. And so you're going to have to be patient. And patience is a gift that you can give yourself because you never want to hold yourself up to an unattainable standard. That only frustrates and disappoints and makes you exhausted. One of the best things that you can do is be patient with your own pain, your own trauma, your own confusion, your own struggle. That's not an excuse to not do work. Notice I started off with perseverance. In your persevering, give yourself patience. It's not going to be fixed overnight. Next is the gift of honor. It's so important that you can honor your own journey. Now, you may be stuck in a situation where maybe you're not doing recovery work. Maybe you're just going through the motions and you may feel like, man, there's not a lot to honor. I would agree with you. And I would challenge you to live a life worthy of honor now. Live a recovery timeline that's worthy of honor now. Maybe you don't have 100%, but maybe you've got 70%. At least give 70%. Live a recovery timeline that there is a sense of honor to because you refuse to quit. Maybe you've tried time and time again. Maybe you've launched out only to be frustrated and disappointed. Maybe you've launched out only to have your spouse or partner relapse. I know that that hurts like hell. But honor the fact that you have refused to quit. Honor the fact that you're watching a video like this right now. So often, it's tempting to think, well, Samuel, I appreciate that, but have you seen my life? Have you seen what I'm working through? Do you know what's happened to me? Where is the honor in this? You know, there's honor in not giving up. There's honor in pursuing your own healing. There's honor in the fact that you are going to be a survivor and refuse to quit on you. I don't know what's going to happen with your significant other, but there's honor in the fact that you are not going to give up on you and you're not going to throw yourself away and you're not going to throw your own momentum away. There's honor in a couple that decides to say, look, we're in shambles. But let's see what can happen if we will do recovery work. And that's honorable. It's honorable to exit a situation of abuse and pursue your own healing. I can't go through every scenario, but I can tell you there is honor for you that refuse to quit. And that is a gift that will change your own life. The next one is a bit of an easy one, but I want to take a different approach to it in that one of the best gifts that you can give yourself is love for yourself. I've said it 1,000 times. I'll continue to say it because so many of you struggle with it the way I did, and that is that self-hatred is never going to help you. It is not your friend. It is not a source of humility. It is actually a source of relapse. It's actually a source of self-loathing and self-pity and alienates you from all the people around you that you need. Hating yourself is not a friend. Hating yourself does not lead you closer to healing and recovery. One of the best things that you can do is learn and start a process of loving yourself, whether you've damaged your spouse and yourself and so many other people, or whether you've been damaged by the choices of another. One of the best things that you can do, I can assure you, is starting to learn how to love yourself, how to value yourself, how to love you no matter how messed up you might be right now. It is the gateway to freedom. It is the gateway to healing. It is the gateway to relapse prevention, which is actually loving yourself and learning to love your story. The next gift is the gift of hope. You know, to take a message, a scripture from the Bible, and I know that many of you don't come from faith. Please don't be offended because this principle is true whether you come from faith or are absolutely opposed to a faith-filled worldview. And that is the understanding that who hopes for what they see? We hope for what we do not see. You can hope for a restored relationship. You can hope for a restored personal recovery. You can still hope, even though what you're looking at looks horrible, even though what you're looking like and looking at may seem dramatically, radically opposed to hope, to forgiveness, to restoration. I don't know your situation, but I can tell you that hope is a key factor in deciding to get out of bed every day, deciding to do recovery work in the face of what appears to be total annihilation and frustration. Hope is what in many ways will keep you going one day at a time. You don't have to come from faith to have hope. You don't have to come from faith to hope about your own healing, about your own recovery. Listen, we can hope because we don't see the outcome, but I promise you, wherever you're at, whatever country you're in, whatever continent that you are on, there is hope for you. There is hope for your own healing, hope for your own personal restoration, hope to get your life back, hope to laugh again, hope to appreciate and look forward to the day, hope to one day not be swallowed by hopelessness and despair and depression. I promise you, wherever you're at, there is hope for you. The next one, and it's a bit of a challenging one, is the gift of awareness. And, as we get older, it's so tempting to kind of wrap ourselves up in work, wrap ourselves up in anything that will give us maybe a denial and kind of put blinders on from what's really going on around us, right? We just want to hide and not face our emotions or our feelings or maybe our chaos of life. And awareness is a gift that we can give ourselves and stop living in denial. If we can't accept where we're at, we'll never get to where we want to go. And there is a healthy, groundbreaking moment when we can actually say, you know what? I'm going to face what's around me. I'm going to actually start to be present and be aware of what's around me. It doesn't mean I have to solve everything. It's not about solving everything. It's about accepting where you're at and actually allowing yourself to be aware of what's around you so that you can face it. As you face what's in front of you, just because you've been unfaithful or had an addiction doesn't mean that you can't be good to yourself and give yourself gifts, these gifts in your recovery work. If you're a betrayed spouse, these gifts are essential to your own healing. I hope that both of you, whomever you might be, wherever you might be, that you would take these gifts and start to give them to yourself. Be good to yourself. Someone's got to.